Actief. Kom. Kom. Ah, goed. Actief. Kom. Doorstappen, kom. Actief, kom. 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 Voorwaarts. Kom, actief. Kom. 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 Actief. Kom. Actief, kom. Actief, kom. Dag. There you go. Come on. I have to keep him active or else he cannot keep this up. It's always energy from the back will be collected at the front that will make them round. And round doesn't mean their neck, don't care. Round is their bodies. So his back has to come out. There you go, good boy. So this takes a lot of power to do. A lot of energy because they have to actually bend their legs instead of just going through life. There you go, good boy. Oh, going through life with a extended leg and absorbing all the concussion of the movement into their joints. Now they're actually bending their legs and absorbing all the concussion of the movement in their soft tissue the way it should be. That will not damage them over time. That was really good. Now he's a bit long in frame, right? So he's not as compact as I would like him. But that's why it is chambon on the writing. So it's just to give them a nice, long, relaxing frame, and them being able to lift their backs and actually work in a correct frame while being on the lunge and not being ridden. And we're having the exact same thing on the other side. His walk is a bit over his speed, over his rhythm that you would like him. That's why he's not coming down. And there he is. He starts to, there you go. So we want his nose roughly between his bow and his front knee. There you go, that would be perfect. A little bit more tucked in. So the lower they go, the lower you can bend their noses inward. So kind of like, behind the bridle, as everybody likes to say. For him, because he's got a decently long neck for his breed, you can go a little bit rounder. So under saddle, you'll probably see that he's a little bit rounder, but still a lot of room behind the throat latch. So he's definitely not behind the vertical, behind the bit. He's technically behind the vertical, but he's not behind the bit, he's on it. The higher a horse goes, that's where the vertical really comes in to play. As soon as they're on or behind the vertical, when they're in full collection, that is a problem. You want them on / slightly in front of the vertical, so there's enough room again at the throat latch area. If there isn't, a horse is behind the vertical, regardless of what it should look like or does look like. This is a nice position. It comes up again, which is fine. Draf. That was a nice transition. He came up, but he was still long in frame, which was nice. He was nice and balanced. This is a nice trot, showing. Nice and active. That's what he needs to be. Hello. Kom op, daar. Juist. That part was really good. This. This is the walk we're finishing with. It's nice and loose and warmed up right now. For him to be stepping so far under his mass is really an improvement. So I'm really quite happy.